Hello and welcome to another video. In this one, we're breaking down a project inspired by Osmosis Jones. The Ableton file presets and samples will be linked in the description, including a few bonus presets. And if you find this video useful, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Our BPM is 135 and we're in the key of F sharp minor. Let's start with the kick. Chosen a heavy modern kick inspired by the decimator, and I've used a low pass filter to darken it. Next we have the drums group. First we have the clap. There are 3 layered snares. I always use a top loop for my speed garage drums. This plugin is called Flux and it's a free alternative to Kickstart, and I'm using it to add bounce via side chaining. I started with some simple programmed elements, but once I added the right loop, our drums started to feel more complete. Then we have the high perks. So we have some hats. The tambourine loop adds constant high-end energy. I've applied Flux again for more bounce. There are also a few crashes for emphasis. If you'd like a start to finish guide on how I program Speedy D drums, I'll link my Dark Art Speed Garage drums video on the screen and in the description. I've applied this MPC funk groove to everything in the drums group aside from the crashes, and it's also applied to our bass line and organ stabs. On the drums group, there's drum bus, and this drum pumper preset is a great starting point for gluing your UKG drums together. I'm using it in parallel. Then there's saturation, EQ, wider, and a clipper. The goal here is to make the drums feel loud and aggressive without destroying the transients. Reverb is applied via Send. And I'm using this short empty club preset. I'm sidechaining the reverb using the kick as a trigger. Let's move on to the basses. The main bass here is this Reese. The melody mostly plays around F sharp, with this repeating ascending pattern, and then a variation at the end of the phrase. I don't always apply grooves to basses, but it helped the bass line feel livelier, although because of the settings in Serum 2, only the note timings will be influenced by the groove, not the velocities. Remember, try not to overcomplicate your bass lines, especially for speed garage. This is a Reese style patch with a unison oscillator using this add seconds waveform. We also have this sine wave sub. Key tracking means the higher the note, the more the filter opens. I've split the frequencies. I'll link a video on the screen and in the description explaining this technique. So the sub is routed to bus 1 and A is routed to bus 2. For bus 2, our inserts are adding dirt, brightness, and mono compatibility. And for bus 1, we're compressing our sub. Our only modulation is this sidechain LFO on the amp. There's also this warp effects layer. Again, we're using add seconds with LFO1 modulating our wavetable position. In the effects, we're distorting, filtering out lows and brightening, and adding chorus and reverb. On the bassist group, I've used EQ to remove rumble, parallel compression, limiting, plus this rack to sidechain the lower frequencies. Reverb is applied via send A. Next we have the effects, and I've applied echo to the group. Quarter note echoes work really well for any style of 4 to the floor music. I've got this moving auto filter on Siren 2. These moving filters help our arrangement feel more dynamic. Now let's move on to the melodic elements, starting with our organ stabs. This pattern is minimal given how busy the vocal arrangement is. If you wanted a fuller organ pattern, like in UK Raver for example, I'd probably take out the warp effects and maybe some of the vocals. Here we have a couple of sine waves, some organ samples and noise. I've used unison to create that wider detuned feel. These 4 oscillators are running into this low pass filter with its cutoff modulated by velocity. So the higher a note's velocity is, the more the filter will open. I'd highlight the use of Convolve with this suitcase e-piano impulse response, which works great for organ sound design. There's also a second subtle filter with its cutoff modulated by LFO1. Then we can see the rest of the effects here, including delay and reverb. If we go to the matrix, we can reveal a few more modulations. A quick pitch envelope creates more of a transient for our organ, with envelope 2 modulating our main tuning. And we're using LFO2 to add some randomness to the amplitude, so the patch feels a bit more like a real organ. Next, there's the chord swell. This is comprised of 2 layers. First, our pads. And I'm using a neutral sounding sus2 chord. This is a detuned saw pad with a rising low pass filter. Pretty standard effects chain here. Distortion, chorus, delay, reverb. And we're using another couple of LFOs for some more elements of randomness. For the pitch and the amp. Finally, we have the sax reverse. I noticed Osmosis Jones layered a pad and some brass like this inside the rave. On the Melodic group, there's Isotope Vinyl. And I'm using the Warp to add pitch drift. To try and make these sounds feel a bit more analog. On the Effects and Melodic group, there's Saturation and Parallel Compression, EQ, plus Wider, and Chorus for Width. Then there's Flux for sidechaining, and Subtle Dynamics Control using limiting. Reverb is applied via Send. Finally, let's have a look at the vocals.
Hit 'em like
On the group, I've used almost identical processing to the previous group, including reverb on Send. Your vocals don't always have to be full acapellas. They can be phrases, chops, or shouts. You could also go for something more like a call and response, akin to Osmosis Jones's track UK Raver. I've used some rising and falling auto filters on some of these vocals. Again, these are great for adding dynamics.
hit 'em like
Plus more quarter note echoes. And yeah, that's the project. If you found this breakdown useful, please like and subscribe. And don't forget, the project file, presets, and samples are linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Please stand by for further instructions.